guy's got enough meat on him for me to fillet him up. Awesome. This was the skeleton of the fish. Even though I filleted it alright, there's still a lot of meat that can stay on. Just gotta watch out for the bones. This is way better than having it in that stew like I had it yesterday. It tastes like I got it at a restaurant. Minus all the bones. had 2 fish on. One broke my line because it was huge, and then this one. Well, I am hungry, but that's still too small. There's these berries here. I've never seen them before. It looks like someone's been eating them. There's a beaver hut over there, and you can see he frequently comes here. See that trail? It's matted down pretty well right here. So I got my tea here. It's wintergreen, pine needle, and grape tea. You can see it. It's dark, dark, purpley red. It's very good. It tastes just like grape juice, hot grape juice. So the idea of this video, I wanted to do a 3-day survival challenge and just live right off the land. And, you know, I caught 3 decent sized fish, ate them all up. I don't like fish, that's why I had to bring the seasoning and the butter, but they tasted pretty good. I enjoyed eating them, especially that last one I just had. So right before I left, I figured, you know what, if I don't catch any fish, or if I only catch fish, maybe I'll just bring something and it'll be fun to cook. Just something that I've always wanted to do as well. I was thinking about just doing it in my backyard, but I figured I'm out here, I'm out in this beautiful area, I might as well bring it with me. So I brought a rabbit. And I'm gonna do part of the rabbit in a stew pot. Then I'm gonna do the other part of the rabbit just kind of sitting on top of a piece of wood. How you'd see primitive style cooking videos do it. I'm interested to see how it turns out. But I've had a lot of fun. It's been a lot colder than I thought it was going to be. I really should have my sweater on right now, but I just finished cutting up some wood, so a little warm. But I'm going to throw that back on. It's a beautiful, it is a beautiful day. It's just a lot of wind, and the wind is very cold. So I'm going to drink my tea. I'm going to cook up this rabbit and see how it goes. Tomorrow I'm planning on getting maybe 1 more fish for tomorrow, and then I'll head out. So I was out here collecting firewood and I saw a bunch of these wintergreen plants, and they all have berries on them, but a lot of them are unripened. But I found these. So this is wintergreen. Nothing to it. Doesn't really have a taste. The white ones are very wintergreeny. And these ones don't really have a taste, but much better texture. So if I can find more of these, then that would be awesome. I got the organs here. I know this one's a kidney. Don't know what the other ones are. But they're all part of the rabbit. And they're edible. And I'm hungry, so here we go. Here's a kidney. Ah. Tastes like a gummy piece of chicken. That is good. Wow. This is one of the organs. Got liver. As you can see, it's raining. We crammed in this little tarp. And yeah, I'm just gonna sit in here until the rain stops, because honestly it's pretty cold out. So my best bet to stay warm is here. My fire's obviously gone out. I tried to protect it, so whatever. Just gonna not try to record for a little bit, eat this rabbit, and stay warm. This honestly tastes like peppercorn beef jerky. It's got the same texture too. This is gonna make me a millionaire. Holy crap. Oh man. This is better than peppercorn beef jerky. I'm just chilling in here. I don't know how, but my toes are soaked. My toes are soaked. My legs are wet too. After I was eating the rabbit, I got all of the bones, and I put my rain jacket on, and I ran out far away to the water and chucked all the bones in, washed my hands, came back, and in that time my legs got soaked and my feet got soaked. Super unfortunate. I found this. There's my fruit for today. I don't know how long I'm gonna be in here for, but I really don't want to get wet. I still got the other half of the rabbit in there. So I ate the arms, I ate all along the back, and I ate every rib bone. What's left is the broth and actually quite a bit of the meat. I would eat it all now, but I know I'm going to be hungry in a couple hours. And in a couple hours the sun's going to go down, it's going to be dark, so at least I have that. But it is what it is. I'm going to lay in here. I'm not going to go in my sleeping bag because my legs are still wet. I do not want to get the inside of the sleeping bag wet. I'm just going to lay here. I think it's about 5 o'clock. I think it's supposed to stop tonight. If it does, I'll be able to stretch out, move around a bit, but it gets so dark here I can't see. So we'll see what happens. So it was just raining for, I'd say maybe 2 hours. I was inside eating up the rabbit. Still got about half of it left in stew form. But then I heard the rain stop, so I figured I'll get a fire going. I'll get my stew nice and hot and warm up my tea and get some hot liquid in me. Starting the fire, it's not always easy when it's wet. However, birch bark works really well. I luckily had like a really nice dry bundle. Whenever you walk by a nice healthy amount, stock up and keep it dry. It can burn wet, but to start it with a striker, it's really easy when it's dry. So always keep that in mind. I just have a bunch of this wood laid on top of here so it can dry out so that it can burn easier later on. But this is going to be a lot of work keeping this going. Once I get this built up a bit, I'm gonna throw the stew back on and throw in my tea. But it looks like it needs some more work, so. My fire is definitely not healthy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it to go fully. Everything is completely, everything was soaked when I got here. But yesterday, for the most part of the day, it stopped raining, so stuff kind of dried out a little bit. The fact that it rained again, I'm not sure how well this stuff is going to be able to burn. But hopefully I can just warm up a little bit, warm my tea and my stew up. In that pot is the walnuts. I had a couple. I roasted them, but then the rain came and now they're all soaked and they're all dirty, so unfortunately I'm not going to have the rest. But I got some wild grape and wintergreen tea, and I have the last bit of my rabbit that I'm going to finish. There was a lot of wolves howling. And a wolf howl can be heard up to, I think it's like 10 kilometers or something. But yeah, it was prominent. So I want to finish my rabbit and clean out these containers here and then hop into bed. It's going to be dark in about half an hour, maybe not even. It's interesting. It'll be like this, which is nice. And then it'll be pitch black in 20-30 minutes. So yeah, gotta finish eating all this stuff up and I'll probably see you in bed. Even though everything was wet, this fire is like the hottest and most successful fire I've had all week. I don't know how that worked out, but it did. So I'm just having some tea. I'm waiting for this to die down. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty dark out. The wolves howled for a couple minutes, then it went quiet. And then I heard 2 gunshots off in the distance. So I know this is Crown land, and I know there's a lot of property that people have that's all forest, so it's a good hunting spot. And it makes me feel weird. Fire's out. It's a little chilly. But I'm so glad, so thankful I got that fire going. My pants were so wet, my socks were so wet. And now I'm just good and comfortable. I fixed my shelter. It's way better than it's ever looked before, so it's kind of unfortunate that this is my last night because of how comfortable everything is now. Oh man, I'm gonna fall asleep so quick. I just know it. Unless the wolves keep me up. I heard something walking around last night. It bothered me enough that I started to say, "Hey bear, hey bear." I was so tired though, even though my heart was racing so much, so it was interesting. So we'll see you in the morning. Here are the items I brought for my 10 items this weekend. I got my axe. This is a Husqvarna Axe. I got my Ferro Rod. I got a knife. In here I have my cooking supplies. I have a fishing rod, my water filtration, my mini Sawyer. I have a bundle of rope there, my tackle box here, and I just have this bottle so I can use the Sawyer. I got my tarp over there, which you guys obviously have already seen. And those are most of the items that I brought for my 10 item challenge. The tackle box and fishing rod I'm keeping as one, just because I am a bad fisherman, so I wasn't really expecting to get anything. I'm pretty handicapped in that area, so. So everything was soaked overnight. It rained most of the morning and partially at night as well. So I don't have anything to cook. I could go fishing. I've been catching fish like crazy, but you know, I'm not here for the whole day, so I don't want to hurt the environment the fish can live on. One thing I was upset about was these right here. These are all blueberries, and they're all not ready. Well, it's not much, but it's more than nothing. So I'm just gonna wait for this fire to die, and then I'm gonna go on my way. It's starting to rain pretty good now. I'm at my portage. Luckily it's a short one, but it sure is hilly. Bringing all this stuff around that rocky cliff was pretty rough, but I got it all. So I'm gonna use my tarp to create a little shelter with all my stuff from the water. But my canoe's already filled up with water, so I gotta bail it out. This is nuts. Not a lot of water, but gotta get it out anyway. It might not be pretty, but at least it works. Okay, the rain came on really hard for maybe 10 minutes. But now that I'm on the water, it's slowed down dramatically. And it's just spitting. I wouldn't even classify this as rain, it's just... it's cooling me down, that's what it is. Ooh. There's a lot of fish jumping here, that's for sure. Beautiful. Thanks for coming along with me on this challenge. The list of 10 items I brought will be listed in the description box below. I gave myself some wiggle room with the fishing gear, but it turns out I can actually catch fish. This was my favorite adventure so far. Groundland camping has a different vibe to it. There's just so much more risk and mystery involved. I plan on doing many more of these kinds of videos. This survival challenge has taught me a lot, and I can make my next challenge much harder on myself now that I am more comfortable. Let me know if you have learned anything from watching this video. Feedback is much appreciated. Feel free to comment what 10 items you would bring on this kind of challenge. What would you have done differently? Let me know if this video has enticed you to do your own challenge. Just remember, study up, be safe, and more importantly, have fun.